Seat and feet.
Intro music.
I seriously feel like 7 dwarves are going to pop out somewhere.
Wow. Snow White level good. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I'm like a little warbly. Welcome to Enabled Energies episode
5.2?
5.2? 6?
6.
Tomato.
Tomato.
I think let's go 6.
We did say in the last one we were going to talk about grounding and meditation, and all we talked about was grounding.
It was a whole hour of grounding.
So it was, yeah.
It's very grounding.
Yeah, it was very grounding.
But
we even have a grounding mat right here.
we do. We have a grounding mat plugged into the wall. An electrified grounding. No, it's not actually electrified. It's plugged into the grounding slot in the outlet. Mm-hmm. And it feels quite nice.
Yeah, I like it
If
too.
you have a lot of extra electrical energy, get yourself a grounding mat. They are fantabulous. More on that later. We will hopefully at some point do a whole episode about grounding mats.
Yeah.
Because I
grounding
like
mats,
them.
grounding sheets.
Grounding sheets. Grounding.
They have the pads that you put on your body.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just ground it. When in doubt, ground it out.
Just hug a tree.
Hug a tree. Go into the forest.
Yeah. All that
Let's
stuff.
see here. Okay. Our new sweet treat for today, as mentioned in episode 5 with the grounding. We never did get around to sampling the other sweet treats.
We didn't. We just got the butterbeer popcorn, and that was from Costco. But the rest of these are from Trader Joe's, because I did take a trip to Trader Joe's. I had to get more soup dumplings for my kids because they love them.
I do love soup dumplings.
And they are very good. Have you tried those ones I put in the freezer yet?
I haven't yet. No, I keep forgetting they're there.
Really good.
Maybe Monday I'll get to it.
But here we have a strawberry rhubarb hand pie. And I have these gluten-free, what are they called?
Madeline cookies.
Madeline cookies. They taste more like cake. It's like a pound cake, but I really like them.
I do. I'm a big fan of pound cake, and I think I've had these before. I don't know if I've had the gluten-free ones.
They're really good. So our front desk lady, her name is Emily.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
We love you,
awesome.
Emily.
We love you, Emily. She's gluten-free, like completely gluten-free. And I brought in soup dumplings for the doctors. And then I took one of these Madeline cookies and I put it in my bag because I was like, I'm going to give that to Emily. I got to work and she wasn't at work. And I worked for 2 days without her here. And I ate the cookie. So when she came in, I was like, I did have a cookie for you. Because, I got them dumplings. I was telling her about the dumplings. I didn't want her to feel left out. I got you a cookie. And then I ate it.
To be clear, these are individually packaged cookies.
Yeah,
She didn't have just a naked cookie rolling around in her bag that she was going to give to Emily.
They come in a package. But she thought it was funny. She laughed. So I was like, okay, good. But then I remembered that I know myself and came back and looked in the bag, and I had put 2 cookies in there because I knew I would want one of these delicious cookies. So I had a cookie for Emily.
Yes.
I was like, yay!
This is the best.
And then I bought her a box when I went to... It was so funny, though, because I brought the box in, right? And I gave it to her, like the whole box, right? I gave her the whole box. And I was on the phone at the time. So I was like talking to somebody at the same time, and I handed her the box, and I could tell that she was like looking at this entire box and she wanted to share them with me. But again, I know myself, and I got myself a box. So I'm over at the other counter, like doing all this stuff, and I could see her like looking at me, and I pulled the other box out while I'm talking, and I pointed at it, and I pointed at me. I was like, I got me. Those are yours.
Those are for you.
Those are yours. She just started laughing.
Yes. That was like Christmas for her.
Yeah,
but
so I really like these cookies.
Really quite good. Almost reminds me of a homemade angel food cake kind of a texture. Like they're light, they're fluffy. I definitely
you wouldn't know they're gluten free.
Wouldn't know it was gluten free, and wouldn't really call it a cookie. I'd call it like a
It's a cake,
like a small individual cake serving. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to quibble terminology. It's freaking delicious.
Yeah, it's really good.
So okay, here goes
now I'm really excited about these pies. The strawberry rhubarb pie.
Try not to make a mess here.
I know. I got my towels over and everything.
Okay, here we go.
Rachel and I are kind of pie people.
We do have a habit of eating a lot of pie when we're together. Literally whole pies.
Entire pies
are consumed in weekends we're together. Just the 2 of us.
Just two of us eating pie. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a good pie. I like this pie.
It's quite good.
Good snackies. Mm-hmm. Good sweet treats.
Good sweet treat. Yeah, I quite like this. It's very, like, refreshing. Mm-hmm. It's like a little tart.
Strawberry by itself is too sweet, but rhubarb I feel like is like a little too sour for me. Strawberry rhubarb is perfect.
Mm-hmm. It like grounds itself. Mm-hmm. Speaking of grounding. I don't think I'd ever eaten strawberry rhubarb pie until this year.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that excellent one you had from, what was it, Willamette Valley or something like that?
Willamette Valley Pie Company.
Oh, Willamette Valley Pie Company really is so good.
I love them.
Didn't you have them at your wedding? I did. Like the hand pies? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I took like 3 of them.
That was my favors, my wedding favors. And so I knew we had too many. Mm-hmm. And my intention was to bring the extras home and freeze them and then eat on them for the next 17 years. Mm-hmm. And my new husband, I guess we didn't communicate appropriately about that particular point. And he gave them to his friend and groomsman who owns a bike shop to take and give to his staff, and only brought us like 4 hand pies on our mini honeymoon weekend that we went on that weekend.
Oh, no.
And I remember getting home after our weekend, and I was like, where's the rest of the pies? He's like, I gave them to my buddy. And I was like, you did what now? Excuse, like...
That was a fail, Todd.
I was a fail. Like, I'm obviously still kind of upset about it, but...
like, do some more processing.
We'll have been married for 6 years this fall, and I'm still a little butthurt about him giving away my pies. Like, I was like, 4 hand pies, not enough pie for a 4-day weekend.
No.
And then no pies in my freezer is definitely not enough pies in my freezer. So anyway, what a way to start a marriage. We also got a flat tire almost immediately after we left to go to Bend for the weekend. What? It was like we're driving, all of a sudden the low pressure light came on, so we stopped at Les Schwab in Malala and
spent some time doing that.
Spent some time there, and the guy came in, he's like, do you want to see what we pulled out of the tire? And I was like, you bet I want to see what you pulled out. It was an Allen wrench.
An Allen wrench?
An Allen wrench had somehow punctured my tire. They were able to patch it, so we didn't need a whole set of tires. But yeah, a literal like Allen wrench.
Wow.
Was in my tire. He's like, I've seen some weird stuff in tires, but this might take the cake. I was like, okay, if the Les Schwab tire technician is impressed, that's I obviously I have no idea where it came from or at what point we picked it up. But yeah, so that was kind of we're like, yeah, we're just newly married, are on our way. And of course, like the night before, we had slept in the literal most uncomfortable hotel bed on the planet. Ugh. And so we're like tired and kind of cranky. And then we get this flat tire, and it was just like,
they were testing you.
They were testing the marriage on day 1. So anyway, 6 years, still going strong. Yeah, love him. Still a little bitter about my pie.
You know, all marriages have their ups and downs.
Seriously, we all have our challenges.
All challenges.
So,
okay, so now we're going to actually talk about meditation.
Meditation.
Now, honestly, we just talked about grounding for an hour, and they're kind of the same thing, but you need to be able to ground in order to do the meditations that you want to do as deep or as light as you want to go. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to center yourself and bring yourself present. A lot of people who come up and go, I just can't meditate. I don't know how to meditate. It's because they don't know how to ground.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, can you breathe?
Yeah.
You can meditate.
You can meditate. Mm-hmm. And they're both the same thing. So if you're talking about grounding, that is a form of meditation. Mm-hmm. And then if you talk about a deeper meditation.
Oh, yeah. I think all meditation, I think it's one of those like, what is it? A square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't necessarily a square.
Yeah.
So I think meditation includes grounding, but grounding doesn't have to include meditation.
Yeah.
And so I think...
Yeah.
Yeah. And for those people that are like, well, I just can't meditate, blah, 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 I think that's code for like, I have feelings that I don't want to feel that I'm going to feel if I meditate. If I stop for longer than 27 seconds and focus on myself, I'm going to feel feelings that I don't want to feel. And for those of you who maybe that was like, why you gotta be so personal and so aggressive, I encourage you to try to take those 27 seconds and just be in your body.
Yeah.
And allow yourself to feel those feels. It's so important for healing and for just living a more authentic and a more calm life.
Yeah.
Right?
Very much so.
Anyway, stop running from it and feel it. Fucking feel it.
So you got up another little blurb about it because, again,
I did.
You know, like we've done a lot of different meditation practices.
Meditations.
And, you know, including guided, which is a really nice one if you're having just trouble sinking into anything. And if you want to sink into it deeper, going to like a big group setting where the entire presence of everyone pulls you into the meditation, it's really nice.
I like those. I think for me personally, I think the guided meditations are probably still my favorite form of meditation because it does give my brain a direction and like an anchor versus, you know, like a nature walk meditation. Like that's amazing and very good and very grounding. But oftentimes like my brain is too squirrely and having the words and the voice to kind of anchor and direct my thoughts in my brain through a journey versus I'm walking through the forest and I'm loving it. I'm enjoying the trees, but like I'm also focusing on not falling down and, you know, oh, well, what am I going to have for dinner later? And oh crap, now I kind of have to pee. And
how much longer can I be out here?
Right, exactly. My feet hurt.
My dog's okay. Are my kids okay?
Exactly. All of those little things that kind of get in the way, which as you get more into and better at meditation, I think that does get easier to like notice those thoughts, acknowledge them, and then kind of move through them into the stillness of the mind. But meditation is really just a practice that helps train your attention and awareness to achieve mental and or emotional clarity and calm and being more in a more mentally stable state. It's not at all about stopping your thoughts. Like you're that's how your brain works. You have thoughts, but it is somewhat geared around changing the relationship with your thoughts and observing those thoughts without judging them.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned finding a deeper sense of peace and presence. So kind of going back into the grounding, but being a little bit more intentional with it. Whereas I think grounding is like, be in your body, find that calm. Meditation is like deepening that calm. Yeah. And really kind of sitting in that calm.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so.
So, yeah, I mean, meditation, that's been around. I mean, grounding too, has been around since forever. And there's a handful of religions that practice meditation, Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism.
Yeah. I'm big in it.
Are really a big part of their spiritual practices. But I mean, people all over the world, all kinds of businesses. I don't think I've ever read a business guru like self-help book that hasn't talked about how meditation has saved their life and their whole career turned around when they started making time to meditate for 20 minutes and then 45 minutes and then 2 hours a day, which is amazing. And it is very helpful, like having that time to sit in the quiet and meditate. And then it helps to, again, calm the mind, calm the brain, and helps to reorganize your thoughts and your priorities for the day. So I personally find it helpful if I'm feeling like really scatterbrained and just like I am going in too many directions all at one particular moment. Like, okay, I think if I meditate, it kind of helps settle the brain, settle the priorities, and I go back to work feeling like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Like, why did that list feel so big? It doesn't have
to be 20 minutes, 2 hours. Taking those 10 breaths. That is a meditation right there, and it counts. Yep. We were talking about that in the last one, right? All those little things count.
Yeah. Those moments, those pauses, those breaths, all of those things add up to a deeper knowing of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I find that the more, for me personally, the more kind of scattered and scrambled I'm feeling in my brain, like the longer I want to meditate to help settle those thoughts and kind of reorganize, reprioritize, and be able to like come back and actually be able to focus on something, because like the thoughts have kind of settled, whereas like it's like being in one of those cages with the money blowing all over the place and it's just chaos. And then like meditating, like the money settles to the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So
you start pulling up all those worries, and really there's nothing you can do about them. And it's about taking that audit through those things.
Yep.
Is there something I can do about this right now? No.
Put it on the shelf.
Put it on the shelf. Yeah.
What about this? No. Shelf.
Is this important? Is this something that I can change? No. Put it on the shelf.
Put it on the shelf. Throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of that one.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
I love that prayer. Actually, I think it's used a lot in AA, the Serenity Prayer. Have you ever heard that one?
I'm sure I have.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Like, it's a huge part of all of that, you know.
Yeah, and if it's something you can't change, you can't do anything about in this moment, if you can't change it in the next 5 minutes to 24 hours, probably put it on a different day.
Yeah.
You know,
put it on the shelf or let it go.
Let it go. If it is something that you can't let go, but there's an action step you can do today, do that and then put it aside.
Yeah.
So I think entirely too much of our time is caught up with like the worry about what may be. And it's like, yeah, in some cases, you kind of have to worry about potentialities, but in many cases, it's just borrowing trouble from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know that negative outcome is going to happen. Like, sure, it makes sense to think about what you might do if it does happen, so you're not completely caught flat-footed.
Having actionables is not worrying.
Exactly. But
making plans and putting things into play so that, you know, you have the best case scenario is not worrying. It's strategy. When you're sitting there and like stressing about what if this, you are, if you're set, then let it go. It does not need to be important.
And we cannot predict the future. We cannot know for a fact what's going to happen. And it doesn't help us.
We can have faith and we can hope and we can believe.
That's right.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
For the future.
Indubitably.
And prepare a little bit.
Prepare.
For all of the eventualities.
That's it. That's all.
That's okay.
In the infamous words of Miranda Priestley, that's all.
That's all.
If you haven't watched The Devil Wears Prada, pause this immediately and go watch it. Okay? Go watch The Devil Wears Prada. A lot of wisdom in that movie.
Yeah, a lot of wisdom.
Okay, so
all sorts of things.
Main purpose and benefits of meditation.
Stress reduction.
Stress reduction. That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
Anxiety and depression management.
Yeah.
So absolutely reducing symptoms of anxiety, depression, just by changing your brain pattern and self-reflection.
Yeah. Improve focus and attention. Like if you're one of those people that's having trouble paying attention in like a class or at meetings or something like that, really check in on your anxiety level, check in on your stress level.
Or maybe you just have too much going in your brain. Like your to-do list is 7 million miles long and it's all in your brain and not on a piece of paper, and you gotta put it down.
Remember that it is your choice. And I know that kind of sucks to hear sometimes, but you have chosen to do all of those things.
Right. And are you choosing stress when you don't have to?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, doing the audit is very important.
Yeah. Can you choose differently to decrease stress? And I think in many cases the answer is yes.
Did I tell you about my day yesterday? I decided to learn how to make hydrosols.
What are hydrosols?
Hydrosols are like, you can take a copper still, you know, one that you use to make like alcohol and stuff like that, but you put plant matter and water in there. So I made a rose hydrosol and a peony hydrosol. Each one takes about 6 hours because you have to wait for it to drip out.
Was that the rose water you were telling me about that you dumped down the sink? Was that a hydrosol, or is that a different process?
That one I had made by boiling the water and letting it drip off of the lid into the bowl that was in there. This one is actually made with a still.
Okay.
So, but you have to keep filling where the copper tube coils down through this thing. You have to keep filling with ice water, and I had to keep like ladling out the water and adding more ice and stuff.
I see.
6 hours, all of that. And then I also made red cedar smudge bundles. And then decided that I needed to change the paint color up in the stairwell and hallway. So went and got paint samples. And then on that journey, looked at our chandelier in there and thought that needs to change. And so pulled one down and pulled it apart and figured out that I could change it, just with a little bit of crafting. Mm-hmm. And then also I need to fix my mom's wind singer that I made her and finish splitting the logs in the backyard. Okay. And then finish getting the rest of the stuff for the deck that goes out front. Mm-hmm. And then get, what do you call it, the stump grinder so that I can get rid of the rest of the trees that we had taken down in the yard. And, and sell the armoire and finish the ice bath and all of these things.
It's a busy day.
Yeah. So
were you still a little overwhelmed?
Maybe just a little bit. And all of those things are exciting. And I did sit there at one point and I was like, all right, is any of this stuff really stressing me out? Do I need to eliminate any of this? And I was like, no, like all this stuff makes me very happy.
Okay.
I
love that.
And then I was like, oh, damn, I got to go take the dogs out to the park.
I was going to say, do you have the time and the space to do all of these things today?
No.
And do they need to be done today?
They don't need to be done today. And they can be moved aside so that I could take my doggies out.
Absolutely.
Because they are a priority, and spend time with my kids. Sit on the couch and read Harry Potter with my daughter, And so it's about putting those priorities and making sure that you're keeping room for the things that really are important, even if you are busy.
Yeah. Was it you I was talking about with the juggling, like when you're so busy, like how do you keep all the balls in the air that you're juggling?
Yeah, you know which ones are rubber and which ones are glass.
Yeah. And it's like you have to catch the glass ones, and it's okay if a rubber
or a plastic
ball, occasionally bounces, but if the glass one hits the floor, it's maybe going to be irreparably broken and irreplaceable. Mm-hmm. So let's know the difference between our rubber balls that we're juggling and our plastic balls that we're juggling and our glass balls that we're juggling. Yeah. And pets and family and kids especially, I think, are glass balls. Yeah. And they do need to take priority. So
now hopefully your friends are a little bit more rubber.
I think a good friendship in most situations is rubber.
There's lots of rubber.
There's a lot of forgiveness and a lot of space for like, oh, girl, you're busy today. Like, I'm gonna come help you out, right? Or like, oh, you something else came up. You got to do a family thing. Like, that's cool. We
can't make it to lunch. All right. We'll try again later.
Next time, right?
Instead of she doesn't want to hang out with me
Seriously,
anymore.
Why are you so mad at me all the time?
Why are you so mad at me all the time?
Right.
And you have to leave space for people in that respect too. I mean, the others. I'm thinking about the other side of it.
Absolutely.
Like if your friend calls up and is like, "I can't make it to lunch today. I'm so sorry."
Right? Are you okay?
Like, it is the best feeling in the world to be able to just be like, "That is totally fine, friend.
Just it's all good. Is there anything I can do?"
You.
Right?
I love
you. Okay?
Much. Yeah.
That's often my first thing. Everything okay?
Yeah.
What's going on? Right? Like, is somebody dying?
You're a people pleaser.
I care, right? Like, you call me and say I can't make it to lunch.
You have a lot of compassion and for everyone.
Yeah. But also, I am a people pleaser. Yeah. We were talking about the improvement and focus and attention, and then we got sidetracked, which is not an improved focus and attention move. Again, we are human beings.
Human.
And next, we're on to the increased compassion and kindness. Oh. And can we talk about how important that is to have compassion and kindness and love for ourselves?
Yeah, ourselves first, man. I'm sorry if you're going through something, like you've got to have compassion for yourself. So much of our ailment and inability to connect and stuff is because of our relationship with ourselves.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that is learned from caregivers and friends and people around us.
Yeah,
and
we learn to put everyone else in front of us, especially females, but even males, in a different way and capacity. And yet it's still there.
I think not only that, but also just like our self-image. And the way that we learn to think about and talk about ourselves is learned from parents. Like, I don't know how often you heard a parent or a loved one or a friend's parent when you were younger, like comment on their own weight or their own appearance or their own this or their own that. Like, oh my God, I gotta wax my eyebrows. Oh my God, my lips are so blah, blah, blah. I'm wrinkly or I'm too big or I'm too this or my, and it's like a lot of that shapes how children see and view and think about themselves and teaches them like, oh, I guess I need to care about how big I am or what my eyebrows look like or, rather than focusing on like the true beauty that is that soul.
I remember talking to a client and she was telling me about her troubles with her daughter. Her daughter had anorexia and bulimia. She was having a lot of trouble like that. And in going to therapy, she told me that she found out that because she was a larger woman, her years of being, with her daughter and being like, I'm so fat, I'm so big, all of these things had shaped her daughter's mind into being like, I cannot be like that.
Right.
And so she went polar opposite. And
in an unhealthy
way. And since then, since her realization with this and the therapy that she'd been getting, she'd been rethinking and reformulating the way that she thought about herself. And she was like, it's probably one of the best, probably saved my life, It was really cool to hear.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And it kind of brought home to me, especially since I have 2 girls,
Yeah.
that I don't want to
be planting those seeds and accidentally be the
unfortunately,
like
I already have in a lot of respects, and it really sucks. But when I got my tummy tuck, I made sure that my girls, I sat down and had conversations with both of them. I was like, I'm not doing this because I hate my body. I'm doing it because I love it, and I want it to be the best that it can be. I'm doing it because it has some weaknesses that need to be corrected with the abdominal diastasis.
I was going to say, you had the diastasis recti that was, that was pretty intense.
It was.
And so getting that corrected really is...
sit up for the first time in 15 years.
I know, right?
Just sit up. It was so cool.
That's amazing.
I didn't have to roll to the side or anything.
Yeah.
Right. It was really cool. And my hips don't hurt as much anymore. It was totally worth it. It was sucked, but it was totally worth it.
I got you. Yeah, that recovery was rough.
But yeah, having those conversations with my kids was super important to me as I went through that, because I did not want them to think, oh, mom did that just because she wants to be all skinny and stuff. And I'm still not skinny, by the way. I'm not fat.
I don't know.
But I'm not a slender person.
No. You're muscly.
I'm muscly.
Got some size, and that's okay. I love you.
Yeah. I love my body. Yeah. It's a good body.
It's a strong body. It's a beautiful body.
So much for me. And I love her so much. And I have to remind myself of that sometimes.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it can be kind of hard to look myself in the mirror and tell myself good things about myself.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like... sometimes it honestly would be nice to sit down with a friend or people that love you and be like, just compliment me. Tell me all the good things about myself, because sometimes it's kind of hard to remember, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm super silly and goofy and all these things and forgetful and having another person look you in the eye and be like, do you have any idea how beautiful you are?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how smart you are? Do you have any idea how kind you are? It's just like, oh.
You are pretty awesome, lady.
No? Okay, thank you. It worked. Compliments. So one way or another, please be kind to yourself.
Be kind.
Look yourself in the eye in the mirror. And if you haven't done that in a while, do it. Look yourself in the eye in the mirror and give yourself 5 compliments.
Yeah,
True compliments. Don't comment on that facial feature that you don't like. Don't just 5 true loving compliments to yourself, looking yourself in the eyes.
It's really hard. I remember one time realizing that I never actually looked at myself in the mirror. I would give myself a blurry look to make sure I didn't have hair out of place or something smudgy on my face, but I never actually looked at myself. And then I started making myself look at myself and smile at myself. Just smile at myself.
Yeah.
And it was hard. It was really difficult. I had this one lady who was talking about, she was like, I want you to think about your inner voice and how you talk to yourself. And it was when I was learning how to listen to my body. And they were like, have a conversation with your body right now in what snack you want right now. Right. And your first thing is, well, I think I'd like another one of those pies. And you're like, you really shouldn't eat another one of those pies. I mean, you've had enough today. And if you were to externalize the conversations that you have with yourself and like someone else would to hear them, a lot of times I'm like, you'd call the police on yourself. Like literally. They are abusive.
Right? Literally.
Extremely.
Or you would be, if you heard your friend saying that out loud to themselves or anybody, you'd be stepping in like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why would you say that to anyone ever? And yet here we are doing it to ourselves in our own heads all day, every day.
All day, every day.
And we have to start reshaping and reframing and catching ourselves in that moment of, stop mentally telling yourself that you're stupid or you're ugly or you're fat or you're, I don't even know, forgetful, or like stop telling yourself these stories because your brain doesn't know any different. So if that's the story that you're constantly telling yourself, that's what your brain is going to have happen for you. And so if you're constantly telling yourself you're stupid, guess what, love? Right? Like your brain is going to be like, yep,
self-fulfilling prophecy.
We're stupid.
Yeah.
Right? And if you tell yourself how smart you are, how beautiful you are, how brave you are, how strong you are, how outgoing you are, how extroverted you are, how much you love going to parties.
Yeah.
Or I love
how
to read.
How good you are at math, even though
you don't maybe.
Yeah. I had this other client who was telling me about how like she for years has been telling everyone, I'm not good at drawing. I'm not a good drawer. I'm not a good drawer. And then she finally got on anxiety medication.
Oh.
And she started drawing. She's like, I'm really good at drawing. I just convinced myself that I wasn't and then had no capacity for it and then just wrapped myself up into it and went. And she was like, when I finally was able to step out of that, fight or flight and into a place of calm, like the possibilities opened up.
Yeah.
And that's the greatest thing about that increase in compassion and kindness that we're talking about is if you can find that for yourself, you can find it for everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's like learning lifeguarding. Like one of their first lessons is if you aren't in a safe place, then you can't save anybody.
Exactly.
If that person is flailing and stuff, you don't go save them. You have to wait until
they calm down or
because otherwise they can drown you.
Yeah,
you have to make sure that you are safe.
Absolutely.
And so having compassion and kindness for yourself
is so important. I think
makes it easier to have compassion and kindness for others.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then kind of on a coattail of that is the better emotional regulation.
Yeah,
of
which falls straight into improved sleep quality and pain management.
Yes, so much of
it all has to do with taking care of yourself.
And I think so much of the pain experience can partly be the story that we're telling ourselves in our head about that pain experience. Oh, the pain is so terrible. It's never going to get better. It's just the way it is now. You just have to deal with it. Like, could it get better?
Yeah.
What else can I be doing to make it better?
Yeah. What else is possible?
Yeah.
It's hard to hear that question when you don't think anything else is possible. When you're being so hard on yourself, you're just like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then also when we're super hard on ourselves, we're more stressed and cortisol levels are higher and then inflammation levels are higher and inflammation levels lead to more pain and it's a vicious spiral.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah. So do we want to talk a little bit about the different types of meditation? Because just like with grounding practices, there are a lot.
Yeah, there are a lot
of different types. Let's see here. I'm looking through our list.
We can go through and name the
five
different
major
parts.
Categories again, and then quite a few subcategories. And I know this doesn't even do a deep dive into all of the possible meditation practices, but these are some of the biggest, most
There's
common.
so many books out there on this and YouTube videos and other podcasts and all of that. So finding what works for you is very important.
Yeah, and I think we already mentioned, like, I think you and I both really like the guided meditation.
Well, it's easier to go in deeper with the guided meditation.
Yeah, and that kind of like falls into almost hypnotic things, which I think we both have enjoyed a lot of hypnotherapy experiences as well, but that's another episode.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll have Michelle here to talk about hypnotherapy at some point. So major categories, we have the focused attention meditation or concentration meditation, meant to focus your attention on a single object and bring your mind back to it whenever your mind wanders. Again, we're not judging our thoughts. We're not judging ourselves when the mind wanders. We're just noticing I have wandered, and we're bringing our focus back to the point of focus. And we'll get a little deeper into what some of those options are. There's the open monitoring meditation or mindfulness and insight, which is observing whatever arises in your experience, again, without judgment, or fostering a broader awareness and insight into the nature of reality. Sometimes that can be a bit of a mindfuck.
Yeah, a little bit. Then there's the movement meditation, which is one of my favorites, just mindful movement. I even tried this somatic movement class. It was just like moving in a way that your body wanted to. And at first you feel a little stiff and embarrassed and all of those sorts of things because you feel like you're getting judged. But this is all about being in non-judgment.
Sure.
And then you start moving in real weird ways.
Yeah. And nobody's judging, nobody cares.
Yeah,
and honestly, probably it's a situation where the weirder you're moving, the more other people that have been doing it are like, oh, yeah.
I could do that too.
Right?
Yeah,
I wish I could move like that.
Even yoga and like Tai Chi and Qigong, those are all meditations. And like just walking. Walking can be a meditation.
Absolutely.
Beach combing.
Forest, nature walks.
All of that. Cultivating emotional states. That's another one. I haven't done a lot of that. Loving kindness meditation, compassion meditation. I think we just do that kind of every day. And it's easier to do the more you do centered you get, the more grounded you get.
Yeah, the easier it is to practice that loving kindness and compassion for yourself and others.
Yep.
When you make it a habit. Yeah, I think the nicer our self-talk is, the easier it is to have a nice self-talk or nice
for other people.
And the more harsh our own self-talk is, the easier it is to be harsh.
Well, haven't you ever noticed that like something you don't like about someone else is usually something you really don't like about yourself?
Yeah.
I mean,
100%. Maybe no, that's
just a little bit.
Maybe sometimes. Yeah, maybe sometimes. And then some other common types and approaches. There's spiritual meditations, guided meditation, progressive relaxation, and the yoga nidra or yogic sleep. I am not super familiar with that.
That one's kind of like I wouldn't call it niche, but it's a lot deeper and kind of off on the fringes. Like we said, there's all sorts out there. It's really about finding what you resonate with the most. Prayer is a type of meditation. And I know we don't talk about a lot of religion on this podcast, but that spiritual meditation, that's what that is. Chants, mantras,
connecting with a higher power.
Yeah. All of that sort of stuff.
It's awesome. So the guided meditation, I think, again, we've probably already talked about this a little bit, but it's more of an instructor or, either in person, or it can be a recording on YouTube or on your phone, or even you can record your own if you want to. There's plenty of books with scripts, or turns out you can ask ChatGPT or Gemini to write you guided meditation script for XYZ.
They actually do really well.
Name your thing. And we've done a few. They're quite good guides, actually.
Yeah. Put different parameters on there and they'll stick those in.
Yeah. And then obviously you can make your own changes and kind of add your own spin on whatever it is you're hoping to get out of the guide. And then basically you read it, record it, play it back to yourself, and the voice gives your brain something to focus on. There's often some breathing instruction and body scanning, noticing what your body's doing as you're going into that state of relaxation, and then kind of going on a bit of a mental journey through, I don't know, some sort of a beautiful landscape, or I don't know if you've ever done the one with Michelle with the golden bubble.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one.
I love the spaceship one. You get into the spaceship.
I don't think I've ever done the spaceship.
Really?
Yeah.
She does that with me a lot.
Maybe that's why you go to outer space and become a turtle sometimes.
Maybe my golden bubble is the spaceship, and that's just what it turns into.
That could be. Yeah, that could be.
I mean, perceptions.
Everyone. And it's interesting what our brains do when they're in that kind of open, suggestive state of possibilities.
But there are a ton. You just go onto YouTube and look up,
meditation for relaxation, meditation for manifesting money, meditation for
all sorts.
Sleep, meditation for energy.
There's so many.
So many options. If you think of it, if you need help with it, there's meditation for it.
There's meditation.
Quite helpful. I like apps like Calm.
Oh yeah, that's a really good
quite
one.
Nice.
That was it. That one, or was it one called like Mindful or something like that?
Yeah.
There was a little orange happy face. And
Yeah.
I remember this was like years ago. Going through one of their meditations and really loving it because they were like, you're going to go through and you're just going to be present and you're going to have these thoughts. And I want you to take those thoughts and acknowledge them and then put them onto the conveyor belt that's next to you and just let them pass by. You know?
I like that.
Just like let them go. And that was the first time that I'd ever heard that sort of thing. And I was like, oh, so I don't have to like just be like, thought, go away. And be like, no.
Just notice it and
Notice it and let it go. Like very peacefully.
Yeah. And I think another thing that we should probably mention is there's no wrong way to meditate.
No.
Right? Because so the meditation practice that I personally am most familiar with is the guided meditation.
Yeah.
And I remember my first couple of guided meditation experiences, I have this mental image, right, of like the guru sitting crisscross applesauce on a mountaintop next to a tree, and his fingers are crossed on his, or kind of in the okay sign on his legs, and he's been sitting there for 27 years and he hasn't moved or eaten. And so I kind of had this mental image of like, that's what meditation has to be.
Yeah. 10 minutes or more.
Right. Yeah. And
Total
it turns
silence.
out that they're like, it's okay for your thoughts to wander, and it's okay for your brain to go off topic and off script and kind of go down a little bit of a rabbit hole. Yeah. And that's normal. Right?
Very, very, very normal.
Very, very normal. That's expected. Like if you do your first ever meditation and your brain is not squirreling all over the place, like I am impressed. Right? Like my first couple, I was kind of a tense mess anyway, because I don't like to not know what to expect, and I did not know what to expect. So I'm just like waiting for the other shoe to drop, like very stiff on the table. Like, what is going to happen?
Was it Michelle?
Yeah. 100%. Actually, no, probably my very first one was with... Oh my goodness, what was her name? Access Consciousness.
Oh, Barbara?
Barbara, yes.
Yeah.
I think that was my very first experience.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. We love you.
Love you.
But yeah, it was just like my brain is just like, what's next? What's next? What's next? What are we doing? What do I have to do? Like, what's expected? And it probably took me like 3 or 4 sessions before I was like, okay, I get it. I understand it. I can let go. I can relax. It's okay for my thoughts to wander. They'll come back one way or another. The person that was guiding will redirect, bring your thoughts back. If they start to wander, just notice the thought, let it go, bring it back to your breath, bring it back to your body.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's normal. Especially when you're new at it, that's supposed to happen.
Yep.
So I can't tell you how many people I've talked to. I'm like, oh, you could meditation is so good, so important. They're like, I can't meditate. I can't empty my brain. I just always have stuff in my mind. And it's like, that's part of it.
That's part of it.
Right? Taking the time, whether it's 30 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours, whatever it is, taking the time and just allowing yourself to just sit and focus on the candle flame or focus on the audio recording of the guided meditation and just noticing your breath and your body
on the
and your thoughts
on the
singing bowl, the whatever it is, and just
whatever it is,
letting your brain wander to and fro willy-nilly as it will. And then when you notice, I'm wandering, you bring it on back. Yeah. And then eventually, I don't know about you, but for me, I start to have some really cool experiences.
Yeah.
Right?
Really cool calmings and body feels,
sensations, messages,
clarity
on all kinds of situations and stressful events and stuff like that. All kinds of, there are 27 different options I could be taking right now. I don't know what's the right one. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Right?
Chris actually just mentioned the other day, we're in our therapy session. He was like, yeah, Cammy can just go through traffic. And it doesn't stress her out. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't bother me because it's really not that irritating. Yeah. You're getting from one place to the other. You're going to get there. Mm-hmm. You just kind of move through. If somebody cuts you off, that's their problem. That
happened.
You do your thing. If you do something wrong, my bad. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Right.
Like, it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it just doesn't have to be.
We're not on Death Valley.
Must get through on the last drop of gas.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll all get there.
Like, it's all good. But for a lot of people, it's super stressful. Like, even Chris, like, coming home, he's like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. And I was like, well, if you keep saying that mantra, that's exactly what's going to happen. Right? You know?
Yeah. Like, you just calm down. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. We're here. We're in the traffic.
It's one of those audit things. Is there anything you can do about it now?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope. Is there
Does it really matter?
Is there a different route you could take?
Yeah. Is there one that feels more peaceful?
Right. Otherwise, we just got to let it go. So, yeah, no, And
it's a practice. I wasn't always like that.
What?
No.
I think we talked about your
my road rage.
Which is kind of why when you're like, I can just sit in traffic and not be bothered, I was like, excuse me?
Yeah. Oh, no. It's taken a while. Yeah. And I still get riled up sometimes.
Oh, sure.
You know, there's definitely times that I'm still a little irritated and all that. But my route home and back, like, it's very meditative for me now. Like, it feels pretty good.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that, especially in traffic, is if you are looking after you, that's all you can do.
Yep.
You can't control what those other drivers are doing. If someone's moving over into you, what can you do? You can hit your brakes, you can honk your horn, you can try to speed up assuming there's space, you can move over onto the shoulder or onto the median, but you can't stop that other person from doing a dumb thing, right?
Nope.
And it doesn't do you any good to be sitting there just constantly stressed out and worried about the possibility that other person is going to do something dumb. Because if you're constantly worried about it, you're probably going to manifest that for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're just like, I'm just going to do my best to get home safe and sound and pay attention to what's going on around me and be ready to honk my horn or hit my brakes or whatever the case may be and not be distracted, that's all you can do.
I've been playing with recently the idea of even if the bad stuff does happen, like obviously there was some sort of lesson or, message or something that we're supposed to be getting out of that. And even getting stressed out in those moments doesn't really help.
Because it happened.
My mic does not want to stay up. It keeps falling over on me.
Maybe spin the feet so that
it's like braced this way.
Yeah, there you go.
But then it's like all loose up here. Wait. Okay, wait. That's better.
Okay. So, yeah, and that's very true. Like, what lesson is there to learn in the, I'm going to put air quotes around, bad thing, because there's no good, there's no bad, there just is.
There just is, yeah.
So what lesson or what message is there in the...
Which is another piece of programming that we're really trying to undo. And it's difficult.
It is, yeah.
Probably because we make it difficult. But that's another issue in another podcast.
Another. There's so many topics. I love it.
I know.
Okay, so do we want to back it up and talk a little bit more about some of the other subcategories of meditation in the focused attention concentration? So that would be kind of the breath awareness, focusing on your breath and what your breath is doing as it's entering and leaving your body. You don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to change your breathing. This isn't box breathing or 4-4-4-4 or
this is the fun imagination one, I call it. I like to consider it the imagination one because you get to basically hallucinate different things. Like the chakra one, see the red coming from the root chakra and let it pulse and get bigger with every exhale and all of that sort of stuff. Or,
I like those.
Or the gazing meditation where you let things just kind of morph into different things as your gaze gets softer and softer in front of you, and then you can pull through those. It's visualization meditation. Visualize yourself where you want to be.
Right. Sort of thing. What do you want out of life? What are your goals? Visualize it.
You are there.
You're already there. That's right.
Already there.
There's no time. We're all right where we need to be and where we want to be all at once.
Time isn't linear. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere all at once. Time is a construct. Have I told you my theory on time right now?
No.
So I don't know if you hear this as frequently as I hear this, but I feel like I hear a lot. Like people are like, man, time's going by really fast. Right? Like, how is the month already over? How is it this month already? Or, gosh, how is it 2025 already? Like, So I kind of have this crazy like headcanon theory that during COVID, the entire world was kind of collectively wishing so hard to just get through it and, quote, get back to normal.
Yeah.
I kind of think we collective consciously sped up time.
I could see that, actually.
Right? And so now we're in this space where like we've gotten mostly through it. Obviously, there's still quite a few big like ripples going through society and whatnot that we're still dealing with. But like for the most part, like the big COVID pandemic is behind us.
Yeah.
And so now everyone's like kind of noticing like, oh, time is going by faster than it usually does somehow. And so I kind of have this idea that we accidentally kind of collectively consciously sped up time. And I'm like, okay, so let's like take a moment and just consciously slow it back down to like pre-COVID time speeds.
Yeah.
So
if it's all happening at once anyways.
True.
My mom just sent me this, I think it was an Instagram or a TikTok. It was a saying that was like, if I could go back in time and hold you as a baby one more time, you know, I'd pour so much more love into you. Just keep, you know, and all that sort of stuff. And so I messaged her back and I was like, well, if linear time doesn't actually exist and everything is happening at once, then you already are. You already are. Like by even sending this and saying that.
Yep.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah. Right?
So thanks, Mom.
Thanks for the
baby
hugs.
Me is like, yay!
I got the hugs I needed. Right? Isn't that awesome?
I love that concept, though.
I do too, right? Like you can always go back or like we do have the power to kind of visualize going back to our inner child and parenting and giving them the hug and the love that we needed from our caregivers that they were not able to give us. And so we are able to go back and parent our own inner children and give ourselves the love that we needed and the attention that we needed.
Which is what you did in that breathing class that we went to, the breathing meditation.
Absolutely. Confront that inner child and listen to their need and offer to fulfill that need for them.
And remember, if you come across something like this and you're not ready for it, like you feel resistant to it, that's okay. Honor that feeling too. Like we had a friend there that was just couldn't do it then. Like came up to one part and was just like, this is not working for me. And it just meant that wasn't the time and the place for that. You know, it might come up again in their lives and it might not. And both of those are okay.
Yep.
If you find something that you're just like, that is bullshit and it doesn't work for me and I don't like it, find something else. Don't stop.
Yep.
Just pivot.
Pivot. We already talked about chakra meditation, I think, a little bit. You were talking about that with the visualizing the chakras and the different colors and energies associated with the chakra.
Yeah. Body scan meditation.
Body scan. I love that one. That one's so... If you have chronic pain in your body, look up and do a body scan meditation.
Yeah.
Because you will find some crazy connections with your chronic pain area and other things inside of your body. And it could be an emotional thing. It could be a physical something somewhere else. It could be an organ thing. Like there's so many different things. So start doing a body scan practice with meditation.
It's really nice just to check in with your body anyways. It's amazing. You know, as body workers, I don't know if you've seen this, but there's so many people who don't
feel their bodies
body
at all. Yeah. I have a handful of clients that is like, how you doing today? And they're like, I have no idea.
Yeah. They'll be like, okay. Everything hurts. And I'll be like, okay, so where do you want me to work? Just everywhere. And then I'll get in and they'll be like, oh, that really hurts there.
Right. Like,
and
that's fine.
Oh, that's
place awful.
And they'll just be like, I don't feel that at all. And I'm like, okay. Can you pull your awareness down into this area and really try to feel it? Oh, well, yeah, I guess it is there. It's like,
okay. Good job.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a protective mechanism, I think, for a lot of us, especially when we're dealing with chronic, all the time, severe pains.
Yeah.
It's a protective mechanism because if your brain has to listen to those pain signals all day, every day, you probably go crazy, right? You lose your mind.
Yep.
So But I still think that doing body scan meditation and practicing feeling your body in a safe, non-judgmental way can be really, really helpful for reconnecting with your body and the messages that it is trying to send you. Because I think so many of us kind of numb away from the pain and just ignore the sensation and the message that the sensation is trying to tell you. So do with that information what you will. We talked about the movement meditation, doing yoga, walking, tai chi, qigong. Yeah. All of those are forms of meditation. And then the emotional, cultivating positive emotions, the loving kindness meditation, focusing on self-compassion, kindness, loved ones, neutral people. Yeah, neutral people. Yeah. And compassion. Please practice compassion for yourself and for others.
Yeah. Like, you know, important. What's one I just thought of? Those floating baths. Have you ever tried those? The sensory deprivation tanks?
Yes. We actually, I think my husband and I have a handful of sessions at the one down in Salem that we need to go use because I think we've done 2 or 3 and it is fantastic.
Yeah. So, although I have heard from some people that have tried it, they're like, my thoughts are way too scary. I can't do that. And that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
So I think
and hopefully it brings your awareness back into, maybe I should look into that.
I was going to say, if you're one of those people that feels like your thoughts are too scary to sit alone in darkness, dark, warm, floaty nothingness with those thoughts, like I strongly encourage you to seek the help of a mental health counselor or therapist. Yeah. Like get some help working through that because that is not a healthy place to be, that you can't be alone with your own head.
Yeah.
So yeah. And there's help out there and there's no problem that is too big or too embarrassing to get help from the right counselor or therapist. Yeah. And there are lots of options out there and there's no shame and there's no judgment in needing to take those steps to get that help. So, but I personally, I think my first sensory deprivation tank experience was lovely. Like I laid back and I floated. And so to be fair and clear with these sensory deprivation tanks, you're not just floating in water. You are floating in, at least this place that I went, 11 inches water. Mm-hmm. And it has, I think the guy said it had about 300 pounds of Epsom salts dissolved into the water.
It's very salty.
So it's very salty and it is incredibly buoyant. So like you put your hand in the water and if you relax at all, your hand gets pushed out of the water. It is so buoyant. So you cannot sink.
No.
Like you have to try to sink. I mean, you can stand in it. It's not going to like push you up and push you over. You can stand in it. But once you like lay back in the water pushes you up. So the buoyancy of the salt, it's like being in the, what is it? The Red Sea, the Dead Sea.
Which I want to go.
Oh yeah. So you cannot, you would have to try to sink or to get injured by drowning or inhaling this water. Like it is so buoyant.
You can relax.
You can relax fully and trust that the water is safe. Like you could fall asleep in there and as long as you don't like, I don't know, roll over face down, you're fine. So my first experience, like I lay back and it was warm and cozy and just lovely and delightful. And I like was fully able to just like self-meditate, self-hypnotize. And I was having all kinds of cool floaty experiences. It was lovely. I think that was like first thing in the morning on a weekend. So I just woken up and we like got up, got in the car, went to the place and like floated. Our second experience, we went after work on a Friday. And I think we went during what was a more stressful time of work for me. And so my mind was very full after this long work week. And that was much, much, much harder for me to relax and meditate. And I just kind of like sat there and spiraled the whole time. And you put these like wax things in your ears to keep the water out of your ears. And all I could feel, like I could just like hear and feel the like sensation of the thing in my ear. And was very aware of the loudness of my breath. And that was very agitating to me. So I am, if and when we go again, kind of depending where I'm at with like overstimulation and whatnot, I did think about bringing my phone and putting it in like one of my water cases and just like having my phone like hanging. I don't want to have it like floating in the water with me, but just like hang it on the door handle and like put on some like quiet music or like a guided meditation or something just to kind of help focus and direct my thoughts if I'm feeling super squirrely.
Yeah.
And also for those of you that are like, I could never be in like a dark enclosed wet chamber like that. Like you're not locked in.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can open the door to the chamber. So the chamber is inside of its own room. And you can open the door to the chamber at any time you like and exit the chamber and take a few moments if you need to. So you're not locked into this dark, wet room, right? Yeah. You can leave and get out at any time. It's not like an escape room where they don't actually let you out.
Sorry, I just started looking up weird meditations. There's one called gibberish meditation.
Tell me more about that.
Where you intentionally make nonsensical sounds, words, and even movements.
So stimming?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically. Well, I've often thought that like children and people on the spectrum, like they're very good at grounding and meditations. I think, and a lot of people just can't handle that.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
The raisin mindful eating meditation, you spend 5 to 10 minutes intensely focusing on a single raisin. That's it. That's the entire meditation.
5 to 10 minutes focusing on a raisin.
5 to 10 minutes.
So would that be a take on like the visualization focused attention?
Maybe.
Because like the gazing meditation, you stare at a single point or object, such as a candle, to improve focus and calm. So we're just replacing the candle with the raisin.
Yeah.
But I love the silliness of focusing on a raisin.
Right? It just proves that you can find any way to meditate.
Do you get to eat the raisin at the end?
It says, yes, eat the raisin.
Okay.
That's what it says.
All right. So I guess in addition to that, then you could be like instilling all kinds of like cool, energetic intentions into the raisin and then consume.
Like, healthy, wealthy, wise. Healthy, wealthy, wise. Healthy,
yeah. And then eat that and then
eat all that health and wealth and wisdom.
That's right. Just embody it.
I like it.
What else is on this list of strange meditation practices?
Point and call mindfulness. You point and verbally announce everyday actions. Are they just following around autistic people and being like, yeah, do that? As you go about your daily tasks, choose a few explicitly, point them, call them out. Green light, closing the door, picking up the cup, turning on the light.
You sound like a certain elected official.
Oh, jeez. Sorry. Oh, my God. Probably.
That's not like, I feel like that's what this certain elected official is doing anytime he speaks.
Oh, jeez, it does, doesn't it? Oh, he's meditating. We're just going to say that.
He's just doing a funky version of meditating.
Doing a funky version. I love this one. Invisible body parts meditation.
Tell me more.
You try to make parts of your body disappear from your awareness.
Ooh.
This plays with body awareness and the concept of self. I wonder if this would work for some of my clients. By intentionally trying to not feel part of your body, you heighten your awareness. I actually do this with my lung stuff because it's hard for people to expand their rib cage. So I have them contract it. Oh. And in contracting it, they go, oh, it does expand. And then they find those muscles and are able to expand more. I wonder if this is about the same thing. Lie down comfortably. Start with a finger or a toe. Feel it intensely. Now try to mentally let go of that sensation. I wonder if this would help also with chronic pain.
I'm doing it right now. It worked. That was really cool. I was feeling my finger.
Oh my God, I remember listening to this comedian. He was talking about how him and his wife were like, we need to try adult diapers.
What?
Yeah. So they both put them on. They're both cracking up. And he's like, are we going to try peeing? And she's like, I'm doing it right now. So do you do that?
Too late.
Yeah.
No, it totally worked. I'll be honest. I was thinking about my right index finger and I was like, oh, I really feel that sensation. And then I was like, now I don't. And I was like, where's my finger?
Where's your finger? That's awesome.
Try it, y'all. It's fun.
Yeah.
I bet it probably would work for chronic pain.
Yeah. It was that was really fun. I liked those.
Yeah. So anyway, all kinds of options for meditation.
And like we said, no wrong way.
No wrong way. Just
to be present.
Take your time. Feel your feels.
course, now we're going to have somebody be like,
center
I
and
bet I
ground
can
your
find
mind.
a wrong way. I bet I can find one.
Challenge accepted. Go for it.
And then we're going to have to be like, that's not meditation.
Right. Also, do we need to do the disclaimer, like, nothing in these podcasts is meant to be taken as actual like medical advice or suggestions. Like, please always seek the advice of licensed, experienced healthcare providers that know you and your health history and get their opinions and takes on things before doing or starting any of these practices and make sure that they are safe and healthy for you.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to diagnose or treat or do anything. We're
absolutely not
talking about things that interest us and hopefully interest you and making some recommendations and suggestions for things to potentially maybe think about trying.
Recommendations and suggestions only.
Mm-hmm.
Try it out, people.
Possibly. Think about it.
All right.
If you enjoyed our episode on meditation today,
and you'd like to hear some more stuff along those lines and maybe just, get off track sometimes too, just a little bit.
Join us for our silliness. Follow us, subscribe, like, and join us next time for our next episode of the Enabled Energy Podcast. We love you.